guy that I have a friend. When I first started my journey, as a guy I know, I'm not gonna say his name, but he had. I used to work nights as a bartender.
Okay.
Okay, and I worked at a 4-star restaurant, and this is back when I was in college. And there was a guy that worked with us. He was a cook for the 4-star restaurant.
Okay.
And he was married. He had 5 children. Okay. And one of his kids got sick and needed like a transplant for like a kidney or whatever. He wanted to give his kidney to his kid. His wife was like, no, don't do that. And he kept pressing and trying to do it. He found out kid wasn't his.
Oh,
all right.
God.
And then he found out 3 of the 5 kids weren't his.
Oh my God. Oh my God. 3 of the 5 weren't his. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah. Married 20 years.
Oh.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
But you know the thing is, he worked nights, man. He worked nights, and that was the thing. I mean, like you said, bored. Like I guess you got bored, right? Or I don't know. I mean, I could tell you that I mean, he's a good guy, man. And
of course he is, but that's not what it. Listen, that's the thing. He's a good guy, but women don't respect good guys. Women, and I'll let you finish here.
Exactly.
But this is the quintessential example. Women are always, well, where have all the good men gone? Why do women treat men like crap? Well, this is why. Because when you treat women with respect, they end up shitting on you. 60% of this man's kids do not belong to him biologically. Unbelievable. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the sad part is, man, I learned a lot just based on his just life. I mean, because, dude, I got immediate paternity tests on my son when he was born. But people thought I was crazy. Even my son, like, why would you do that? I mean, from experience. Like you said, where the good guys going, this type of stuff that they do creates the kind of guys that they're complaining about.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
And the sad part is this, man. He was one of those pro-black, I'll never date a white woman type of guys, and this black woman, did him like this. Okay, and I mean it's you can say what you want to say. It's kind of a learning lesson. I mean.
Well, I will say this. Listen. I will say this, and I'm definitely, anyone who follows my channel knows that I am a staunch proponent, advocator of interracial relationships. You do not have to date inside of your race. The reason why black women want to shame us for dating outside of our race is because we can, right? When black women get with white guys, we cheer them. Hey, hooray, hallelujah, because we know that the average white guy doesn't prefer the average black woman. But what you have to understand is that paternity fraud is rampant in all races. Whether she's black, white, Hispanic. I mean, this isn't really a racial thing. This is a cultural thing. Western women are committing paternity fraud. Dude, 3 of this man's 5 children are not his. And this is something else, caller. Listen, this is something else, caller, that women don't think about, right? And we talked about this earlier with Alex in Kansas City. The thing is, man, is that women want to avoid accountability so much that they are willing to put the lives of their very children at risk. Because again, if you don't really know the medical history of the guy you had the baby with, or maybe you do, but at the hospital, you can't put that there, right? Because listen, the husband, or the supposed father is going to say, well, wait a minute, I don't have high blood pressure in my family. I don't have kidney disease in my family. What's going on here? Then the truth comes out. Then you have a situation where the kid needs a kidney transplant. Maybe part of his liver needs to be transplanted. Maybe he needs a bone marrow transplant. Guess what? The father wants to, well, I'm going to give this kid my kidney. He's my kid. Then you find out that that's not really your kid. But now the kid's life is at risk because now you got to put him on a donor list. Unbelievable, man.
The really sad part is, man, is that, he really loved those kids.
Oh my
he really did. That's the most fucked up part about it. When I found out what happened, and the sad part is this happens to a lot of guys, but they're just so embarrassed. They're so ingrained in the pride and everything that they can't come. They don't want to tell anybody or admit it or come forward with it. So they're just gonna hide it and hold on to it. But it's a lot of guys, man, that are waking up.
Dude, 3 of the 5 kids are not yours, man. Like, that is insane. That's insane.
He was in the Navy, and he had to have a procedure. And when he got them all tested, the only one that matched was his youngest daughter.
Oh.
So he raised all the other daughters, not knowing that they wasn't his biological daughters.
Oh, my God.
It's just, you see this type of stuff all the time. So he was just hurt from that. But he's still involved with the girls because he said he has a relationship with them. But he said it's kind of like a stab in the back that his wife can be like that shady. Like every time she's out to see him, it seemed like she was with a different dude. And being in the line that I work, I respond to these military bases all the time. These women cheating all the time. They move the boyfriends in, and then they want us to kick them out. And we explain to them by law, you got to give them a 30-day notice. Well, they be like, my husband coming back tomorrow. So we had one female we told earlier during the day. She had to evict the boyfriend from the base housing. So later on, she calls at like 5 o'clock in the morning and claimed that he raped her.
Oh.
But turns out he was living there when we spoke to the neighbor, and she was pregnant by him. So she's white, the boyfriend's black, husband white. So I don't know how she was going to explain that on how she got pregnant, but it's just crazy some of the stuff that you deal with.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You said your buddy had how many daughters? How many daughters is he in possession of? 4, and only one of them
4
is
daughters.
his.
And the youngest one is his.
Oh, my God.
The older 3 are not his.
And he was under the impression that all 4 daughters belonged to him biologically.
Yeah. Oh. He was in the Navy.
Oh, my God. This is insane. This is insane. This is exactly why. And thanks for the call, man. This is exactly why channels like this exist. Our detractors are always throwing the same, who hurt you? Not all women. No. And then women want to lie. I don't know any women like that. Yes, you do. You're lying to win an argument. Paternity fraud. I'm going to tell you what, paternity fraud is more rampant than even I ever thought. Holy God. Are you serious? Dude had 5 kids, 3 not his. 4 kids, 3 not his. That is...
Yeah, man, I'm doing great. I just wanted to add my story to the mix. So I have one younger brother, and my mom had me real young. But then she had some mental health problems that started coming up, and one of the manifestations of that is hypersexuality. So she starts like banging all kinds of dudes, cheating on my dad, and he's going to divorce her. Well, right before he goes to serve her divorce papers, she's like, oh, wait, I'm pregnant. And so he doesn't move forward with the divorce, and she has my brother. Now, all of the men going back 3 generations on my side have dark hair, dark eyes, dark, tan, Caucasian skin. My brother comes out, light hair, light eyes, light skin, blue eyes, don't look nothing like any of the men in our family going back to forever, ever. And so it was after that like things got even worse. And it later came out that the guy who is the most likely father of what is probably my half brother is, wait for it, my dad's best friend that he took with him up through the ranks of his job and got him multiple promotions. And yet while he's out of town traveling and trying to move on up the corporate ladder, his homeboy is back home on the home front, banging his wife, my mom, and that's probably the dad of what I think is my half-brother and not my real brother.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, my God, this is insane. Does your half-brother know about this?
I think he might suspect it, but he and my dad have been estranged since he was about 18 or 19. They had a falling out because, again, they're nothing alike, but what lends additional credence to my theory that I don't think is a theory is he looks like a combination of mom and dad's best friend and has all of the health problems and mental health problems that my mom has, but interestingly, nothing that tends to afflict the men on my dad's side. So you do the math.
God almighty, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Thanks for calling, man. Thanks for calling in.
Right. And another thing is my ex-wife, her best friend at the time, because like you said, women are only friends, for so long.
Right.
No longer friends. Surprise, surprise.
Right.
I was telling her that she was no good. But this woman had 3 kids with the guy, but it turns out the middle child, just like that article said, isn't his, but he doesn't know because she never told him.
Jesus Christ. So the middle kid isn't his, but he still doesn't know?
Right. He still doesn't know because, he thinks, he had all 3 kids with her, but he was in the military. She was pregnant with the first child. He went off, got stationed, but of course came back, and then he saw each other. Told him she got pregnant, and, he went back off for duty. He came back, then had a 3rd child, but my, ex told me, like, that's not his kid.
Ay. Unbelievable, man. And he still doesn't know. And guess what? When she decides to divorce EPAR him, guess what? He's going to have to pay child support for a kid that is not biologically his.
Oh, they're already divorced for years, and he's paying for it.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine paying child support for – and here's the thing. There are a lot of guys who know that the kid is not biologically his, but there's nothing they can do about it. You want to know why? Because he signed the birth certificate. That's why. I'll give you the last word.
Right. No, it was just that, and seeing it more and more. A guy currently worked with at the TV station told me a story. He was with this girl for 4 or 5 years. They had a kid. After they broke up, she took him to court. He was like, oh, well, I might as well get the DNA test just to be sure. He was thinking it's mine. Turns out the kid wasn't his. Mm-hmm. Woman tried to say, oh, the DNA test was wrong, or it's your child, but it wasn't his kid.
Her friend comes to say she's pregnant. I say, well, if she don't come and tell me she's not pregnant by me.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I know people that have slept with this young lady at the time. We're all in college. We're having a good time.
Sure.
And so she finally comes and says, hey, I'm pregnant. I say, look, I live in Cleveland. You live in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm broke. I mean, I got a little bit of money, but I'm not doing too much. I'm in college. I don't know where I'm going.
Right.
It's not a good idea. Well, I already told my mom, so I'm going to have it. I said, look, this is all the money I have. Here's $1,000. Just take care of it and keep the rest.
Okay.
She took the money. Week later, come back, give me the money back, say, I just couldn't do it. Okay, so we get in an argument, and she says, well, I don't give a fuck if the kid is yours or not.
Oh.
I'm 19 years old. All you have to do is leave the door cracked open a little bit, and I'm through it. She said she didn't care and didn't not trying to find out, so I just walked away from the situation.
There you go. There you go, man.
6 years later, I'm getting letters in the mail to my mom's house because that's where I was living when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So my mom is calling me. I say, hey, open the letter, read it. What is it? I don't know who it's from. Blah, blah, blah. You have a daughter. She's been asking about her dad. I finally decided to tell her.
Oh, boy.
Now, I haven't spoken to this woman in damn near 7 years.
Right.
So now, my family's like, oh, wow, might have a grandkid, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's see. In my heart, I knew the kid wasn't mine. And once the kid got here, my family saw the kid and fell in love, and it was over.
Oh, boy.
And
really?
So I never really got the DNA test. She never put me on child support. We never had an argument about what I was doing or what I wasn't doing, which always led me to believe and know in my heart that this isn't my kid. She's 25 now. I've been thinking over the last few months it's time to get this test and figure it out. She just finished college. I didn't want to tell her prior to. She was a great student. I didn't want to, change the trajectory of her life,
Well, I'll tell you this.
Well,
I'll tell you this. When she said, I don't care who the father is, she said that to hurt you. When she says, I don't care who the father is, translation, I was having unprotected sex with other men. At the same time, I was having unprotected sex with you. Number 2, the reason she didn't want to take the money is because she saw the bigger paycheck. In her mind, why am I going to take $1,000 to get rid of it when I can just put this dude on 18 years of child support? Now, she didn't put you on child support, and you were very fortunate about that. But here's what's happening now, okay? What she's doing at this point, Paul, is she has probably contacted every guy she was sleeping with at that time. She's probably sleeping with 5 or 6 guys. They all probably got the same letter, Paul. They all probably got the same letter. And what she is hoping for is at least one sucker is going to step up and say, you know what? I'm going to take responsibility. She has no idea who the father of her daughter is. No idea. And because she's broke and she's destitute and her life is not going anywhere, she's going to try to get one of you 5 or 6 dudes who hit it raw with impunity to try to step up and get put on and volunteer to get put on 18 years of child support. So listen, I agree with you. I would want to know, because I wouldn't want to have a bastard kid running around. I just want you to understand that you're not the only dude that got that letter. She sent that letter to at least 4 or 5 other dudes, fam. You can count on that. You can count. I'm telling you, you can count on that, man.
These are all things I know, but my mom and my sisters, they were just like, oh, this baby looks just like you, and
listen,
I didn't bite on that fish.
Of course they tell you that because they're your mother and your sisters. Because if you had a dad and your brothers, your dad and your brothers would be saying, oh, this baby looks nothing like you. Listen, you're going to get the test, right? But regardless of what they say the baby looks like, if the kid is yours, it's yours. They want the kid to be yours. That's why they're saying it looks like you. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But you're going to have to understand that they're women. Of course they're going to say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know. I just didn't want to be a jerk and kind of like take the young lady's ambition and focus away from doing what she wanted to do, to try to be on the search to find her father.
Let me explain something. No, I got you.
I fell on my sword. I understand that.
No, and listen, it's good that you're doing this for your potential daughter. Do not do this for your of a potential baby mama. Okay? Because, and I'm actually going to be putting out a video, and this is in the 49 laws of Sharpe. Never ever feel sorry for a woman who gets over by a guy. Even if she really does get screwed over by him, for every one guy that screws over a woman, she has done exactly that same thing to 30 other guys. Oh my God, I can't believe he cheated on me. She cheated on her last 15 boyfriends. Oh my God, he got another girl pregnant. She committed paternity fraud with the last 2 guys that she was with. Or she got an abortion unbeknownst to the guy. Or he gave her the money for the Noit Roba, and she took the money, had the kid anyway, and put him on 18 years of child support. Not trying to hear it, man. I'll give you the last
Donovan,
word,
you know what? Donovan, I know the game.
Okay.
I just fell on my sword one time. I just did an honorable thing I shouldn't have done. And now it's time to get the truth, and that's it. But I love your show, man. Your
I would want to
content
know.
is amazing.
Listen, you're doing the right thing. I would want to know. If that kid is not yours, dude, block that bitch and never talk to that hoe again, man.
So, yeah. So I met this wonderful girl. We started dating. And so we're, having sex. And I started noticing that there's guy stuff around her house. So I decided to just ask, whose is it? And she's, my brother's,
Oh, God.
So, but there's something that, So there's something that I don't like it. So we had sex again that night. Accident happened. Condom broke. But I decided to just not deal with her because I think she might be cheating.
Okay.
So fast forward about 18 months. I haven't seen her for 18 months. I get a phone call like, hey, how are you? Out of nowhere. How are you? What are you doing? And I go, hi, I'm fine. And she's like, I'm around your area. And immediately I ask, what's with you? And she's like,
what's up with that?
Twins. So I was like, oh, how old are they? And the dates match. So I was like, So I go, so are they mine? And she's like, I don't know. I'm calling you because I want to do a DNA test. So we go and make a...
Now, hang on a second.
Pay $500 to do a
Hold on, Joey. Hold on, Joey from Iowa. Now, do you see what you just did there? She has a kid, but she wants to do a DNA test. Literally, she told you she cheated on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is, man.
Yeah, it gets more exciting than that because we do the DNA test. And as we doing the DNA test, because before it used to wait almost a week to get the answer.
Right.
So we keep talking, and then I realized she didn't cheat on me. She's getting a divorce from her husband, which she had at the time. And it wasn't her brother's boots, it was her husband's boots. Whoa! When I went to her house.
Whoa! Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Because I've been in this position before. So your girlfriend was actually married at the time. She gets pregnant. Yes. She wants to do a DNA test because she doesn't know if the kid is yours or her husband's. Not because she wants to know, but because she's getting a divorce and now she needs a way to get child support.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But this is not the worst.
Oh, it gets worse?
The thing is, yes, it gets worse. The thing is, so she already knows it's not the husband's because they're going through the divorce. So they asked for the court to do the DNA test for child support and all of that.
Okay.
So I'm waiting for, because they're twins. So I'm waiting for the answer, and I think I'm screwed because if it's not, then that means it's me.
Dude, yeah, man.
And guess what?
Let me ask you this. Have you taken the test yet?
Oh, no, yeah. I took the test. This was years back. So we took the test. It took about a week to get. But they were not mine either. So at the same time that she was cheating on the husband with me, she must have had another guy on the side.
Oh, my God.
Because they were not mine either.
Oh my God! So it turned out not to be yours.
No, it turned out not to be mine. So I'm lucky, but they were not the husbands either. So this girl had more than 2-3 guys at the same time.
Unbelievable!
And
this woman,
I thought she was cheating on me, and that's why I left her.
Right, Joey. She wasn't cheating on you. She was cheating on her husband with you. This is unbelievable. Listen, Joey, thank you very much for the phone call. This is why this community exists, man. Girls are always in our chats, in our DMs. You don't know what you're talking about. Not all women. I don't know any women like this, dude. This stuff happens all the time. Ay. Oh my God. So it wasn't his or her husband's. So now she's got to go and talk to the other guy she was banging. Unprotected. Oh my God, dude. When wives cheat, they don't use condoms, guys. They do not use condoms when they cheat. Oh my God. Incredible.
Yeah, military. And, one of my friends, he was engaged, went to Iraq. This was years ago, like over a decade ago. Went to Iraq. His baby mama, or fiance at the time, was pregnant, deploys for about 7 to 8 months, comes back, kid gets born, looks nothing like him.
Oh my God.
We all saw the kid, we were like, hey, this is not right, what do we do? Do we tell him? None of us really, you know how we are. Like,
yeah, we don't want to crush the guy, but we want to tell him the truth.
Yeah, exactly. We don't like to just acknowledge uncomfortable truths. Well, he eventually figured it out on his own, and years later, he does the whole, hey, can you believe such and such cheated on me? And, I mean, it's public knowledge. I can tell you the name if you want me to email you the article.
Yeah, email me the article. That'd be great. Thank you. Him. Yeah, I'll redact the names when I will.
Okay, will do. He is in California, and he is paying child support, and California has a law for the best interest of the child, even though he proved that he was not the father.
Oh, my God.
Because she did not own up and say, hey, look, he's not the father, such and such person is the father, and because he's a responsible adult, he has to pony up and pay for this kid until he's 18 years old.
Oh, my God. So he proved that the kid wasn't his. Hold on. So he proved that the kid was not his, but the state of California still makes him pay child support under the guise of whatever's best for the kid.